Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It has been quite a while since I posted the last video. I kind of had to get through the end of last semester. I took a break over winter break, got back to school, and am going to be restarting making these videos on a semi-consistent basis. This is probably going to be a pretty short video. I just wanted to review kind of where we are at in the 2022 process right now. So as of right now, redistricting-wise, several states, 29 states now, have finished their redistricting processes. Many big states like California and Texas have, but also a lot of swing states like Pennsylvania, Florida, Wisconsin, Minnesota have still yet to finish their maps. Only one state, Louisiana, still has no proposed maps, but the rest do. So far, we've had two maps get struck by courts. That was a map in Ohio and a map in Alabama. The map in Ohio was a pretty heinous gerrymander towards the Republican Party. It essentially took there used to be 5 Democratic-held seats in Ohio, and it essentially took it down to 2 and created 2 Republican-leading swing seats. In Alabama, they drew a map quite similar to their old map, but it was struck this time, and the court essentially said African-American voters in the state deserve 2 majority black districts, not just 1. That decision is expected to affect other states in the South, like South Carolina, which always tends to draw this very gerrymandered district. Aside from that, there are a lot of cases of gerrymandering in the cycle. We have states like North Carolina, which is currently in litigation, splitting up Greensboro and that area. We have states like Texas, another Republican gerrymander, also in litigation, just very oddly drawn districts that, kind of keep down minority support. But then we also have Democratic gerrymanders. New Mexico, definitely a Democratic gerrymander. States like Nevada, another example of a Democratic gerrymander. Go back to there. Nevada, essentially they split Las Vegas to make 3 Democratic-leaning seats. Maryland always kind of gerrymanders themselves in favor of the Democrats, now taking a safe Republican and making them at risk. This state is also in litigation. California has a commission. Also, Arizona has a commission, but both these states kind of drew gerrymandered maps. Oregon splitting Portland and its suburbs into 4 districts to, give Democrats likely a lock on almost all but one in that state. And, of course, not Indiana, but Illinois, which did this to cut the amount of Republican seats from 5 down to 3. They drew this very skinny district connecting all these kind of small towns here, and then this is the similar district to what they had last cycle. And obviously, Chicago suburbs quite gerrymandered as well. So there's cases on both sides, and a case we'll probably start talking about soon. In New York, the commission missed its deadline, so now the New York State Democrats get to draw their map, and they are going to significantly cut the amount of Republican seats in the state. They're only going to give Republicans 1, 2, 3, 4 seats. They used to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're going to cut 3 seats in this redistricting process. So a lot of gerrymandering on both sides. In each cycle, it's kind of blamed on, it's this party, it's the other. Both sides are doing it. And, I don't want to be hypocritical and only just call out one, because both are really doing it, and we need to all be aware that both parties are doing it. That being said, there's also been some rather fair redistricting. States like Virginia have drawn nice maps that kind of prioritize competitiveness in a lot of regions. So far, another state that's done a very similar thing has been the state of Michigan, that has really prioritized competitiveness, actually created another competitive seat in the Grand Rapids area, ungerrymandered that district. So there are still good cases out there. Moving on to polling, if we go to the Biden approval rating, it is low. It is very, very low. The vast majority of Americans disapprove of the president. He has not polled well in 2024 polls, and he's likely to lose a significant amount of both House and Senate seats, and Democrats are very much expected to lose several governorships as well. So right now, Biden with a 53% disapproval rating. If we go back, Kamala Harris's approval is similar. She has a more consistent kind of disapproval rating than the president. But we also have lots of specific race polls coming out. Senate seats like Kentucky. They've been doing a lot of 2024 polling, both Democratic primaries and Republican primaries, polling like Michelle Obama and Biden, Harris and Buttigieg, a whole lot of different candidates. So this is all starting to pick up. We will kind of go through these seats individually, but I do want to kind of make it known that there was kind of this, after Virginia, kind of lull, but now things are picking up again. People are getting ready for 2022. It's only in 10 months, which is crazy. Almost 9 months, so this is all picking up soon. I did want to create this video just to do kind of a catch-up, see where we're at in the 2022 process. I will probably start by doing what I plan to do with redistricting, because I want to do a deep dive into all these, is when this is all finished, or mostly finished, I will kind of go region by region and analyze the maps, predict who's going to win in these seats, who's going to lose, are there any significant party advantages, is it gerrymandered, is it not, we'll see. So I'm going to kind of do that by region, kind of west, midwest, northeast, and south. Obviously, I'll probably have to update if, just because there are so many states in litigation: Georgia, Idaho, Maryland, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, Texas. Feels like there's a new court case every day. So we will do a deep dive into this. We will do a deep dive into the competitive Senate races. There are a lot. Arizona, Georgia, New Hampshire, even Maryland potentially if Larry Hogan decides to run. There's primary polls, there's Senate polls, governor-wise. There are so many. Almost every governorship is going to be, well, not necessarily too competitive, but there are so many competitive governorships, and we are going to go through them all. So I just want to create this video as a, just a intro to the 2022 elections, and as a kind of preface to what I'm going to be doing in the near future. So that is all for now, and stay tuned for more.